5 years is not going to call. You'll eventually stop worrying about it, but, I think I just got to keep going. That's the hunt, yeah. Like, that's part of the challenges. Like, you just got to keep going.
That's Micah Parsons on not getting holding calls. And, hey, who does get holding calls? We see uncalled holding all the time, to the point where when they call it and they show it, it's like, we see it every play. You could call it every single play. Guys grabbing the jerseys, holding the flaps on the shoulder pads. The only time it gets called, well, I don't know, it just feels like a random penalty generator. But there's a lot of uncalled holding, and when you're a great player like Micah Parsons, they're going to hold you every single play, and you're going to have to find a way to fight through it.
Is there any consistency with the call? Like, I feel like sometimes so last night, for example, there was a holding call, and when I saw it from one angle, I said, oh, that's not that bad. And then you see it from another angle, and it's generally when it's almost the horse collar around the defender's neck. The defender gets past you, and you see that arm around their neck. They generally call it there, but I see holding, as you said, I see holding all the time that's not called. I think it's maybe when you tackle the defender, or when you horse collar them, they'll get you. Or if it's so obvious that your arm is extended and you're just pulling on, you got a handful of jersey, they'll call it. But it's all over the place. Well, it's hard to. It may be the hardest thing to call in football.
Holding at the point of attack on a run play. They got Zach Frazier, the Steelers center, last night. And when you watched it, there were multiple efforts to restrain the defender as Jalen Warren was shooting through the hole. That's got to be a call 100 out of 100 times. The hold when Patrick Queen timed the blitz perfectly and he got bear hugged before he destroyed Chase Brown. That's got to be called 100 out of 100 times. There was a hold call on Broderick Jones of the Steelers one play before the piss missile 68-yard touchdown. And that's like, my son said, we see that all the time. Why does that get called there? We see that all the time. But it reminds me of the days, and this is one of the subtle rule changes that opened up the passing game. We talk all the time about the 5-yard contact rule that came into play in the 70s. Hey, there was a time when this is how you blocked. That was it. You couldn't extend your hands. You couldn't do that.
Right.
You had to do that. Anybody's got the old, and I don't know if they still make the electric football players, but that's
I hope they do. I knew where you're going with that. Yes, right? Love that game.
That's one of the poses, because that's how they, if you're a kid now and you look at that, it's like, man, that's a weird way to block. It was the only way to block back in the 70s.
That was it. We got to find that game, Mike. When did you last see yours? I probably haven't seen mine since I was probably 12 or 13 years old.
It's 5 steps away.
You still have it?
Yeah. It's in. We have Classic. A vault down here. We have a vault down here, and it got stuck there. Here's what happened. During the pandemic, I found the exact model that I had as a kid until I stepped on it. And when you step on the board and dent it, anytime you turn it on, everybody's going straight for the crevice. That's it. You've screwed it up. You put a dent in that board, that's where they're all going. But I've got original players from the 70s. Terry Bradshaw, got Vikings. I'll send you a picture of it. I've got a thing where I took the Vikings team and the Raiders team that I had, and I found a guy that made like a field, and they're glued on there, and it's under glass, and it's hanging on the wall in my office. They got the PFT logo in the middle of the field. I'll send you a picture of it. So I've still got a bunch of those things floating around.
And then it was a little football. You had to throw it.
Little foam ball.
Throw it. You kind of put it. Yeah, a little
triple
foam ball.
Quarterback.
And kind of
triple threat quarterback. He ran, he kicked, and he threw. All right.
And it was totally random because you never knew where they were going.
Back to
you
what
never
we should
knew
be
where they
talking
were
about.
going on the
Here's
board.
Micah Parsons on
Yes.
referees, in his mind, favoring offense over defense.
You could tell how they call the games. They don't call offsides for offense, but they'll call it on defense. They won't call offensive pass interference, but they'll call defensive pass interference immediately. Like, we know what they're trying to do. They want to load the points up so fans can be happy, and you know what I mean? They'll call defensive holding, but they won't call offensive holding. Like let's just wake up. Like, it's just one of those things that we know what the higher ups is trying to do. Like, the ref would say, I know that's a hold, but what? Like, you're not gonna call it? Like, come on. Like, it's just one of those things that, like, I'm over it, and I'm gonna just have to keep going, push through it. The refs are gonna call what they call. You know, all we can do is just hope we get call a fair game. Like I don't care what the fans want sometimes. Like, if your team holds, they should get better tackles, better guards. Like, don't blame that on us. Like,
I wonder if this is a guy who's feeling the pressure to justify his contract. Right?
I thought about that. It's a good question.
He's got no objective reason to be upset right now because he just got a mountain of cash. But you feel like not only do you have to justify the contract, you got to justify the 2 first-round picks that were sent to Dallas. You got to prove Dallas wrong for giving up on you, because if you don't have high-level production in Green Bay, then Jerry can say he was right. He was right to make the trade. So I don't know. I don't know that I agree with the substance of everything he's saying. That's his perception, and he's entitled to it. He's going to get I don't know. I never know when they find players. It used to be they only find players if they questioned the integrity of the officials. More recently, it seems to be they've had a quicker trigger to find players. He'll probably get something for that one.
Yeah, I wondered the same thing, Mike, when I heard Micah Parsons just going off on these topics. Thought, does he feel the pressure? But he doesn't generally seem like that type of guy. He's got tremendous confidence on the field, off the field. He's always talking, doesn't shy away from controversial issues. And he doesn't have to worry about Jerry saying, hey, look, I was right. The Cowboys defensively are a mess. They just lost to the Panthers. I know Jerry said he traded Micah so he could stop the run. They don't stop the run nor the pass. Bet one of the worst defenses in football. And I think the Packers, despite Parsons not having the most incredible stats, I think that you can see that he's a difference maker for that team. And they're a better team than the Cowboys. So I don't know if that's the reason or if it's just podcast Micah. Yeah, he gets talking, and once he gets talking and he's in the mood to talk, he'll take it anywhere. And so he went at the officials. He went at the Eagles. I mean, he'll say whatever he needs to say.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.